Welcome back. If you're serious about making real money in merchant services, real life-changing money, not just a few extra commission checks, you need to understand one thing. You cannot be a jack of all trades. I see agents make this mistake all the time. They bounce from industry to industry, trying to sell to anyone and everyone, thinking that casting a wide net will get them more deals. But here's the truth. Trying to sell to everyone means you sell to no one. If you want to hit $1 million per year in sales revenue, which could easily translate to $50 to $100 million in total top line processing volume, you need to commit to one industry, one customer avatar, and one offer. That's it. It sounds simple, right? Because it is. With dual pricing, the average profit margin is around 1%. That means you can turn $1 million personal income. You only need to process $100 million in total volume. At first, that number sounds massive, but let's do the math. That could be 20 high-ticket deals or 200 smaller accounts. It all depends on your niche. Either way, once you know what you're doing and you understand how to do it and how to market your offer, it becomes predictable and scalable. Most agents overcomplicate this business and they go after random businesses with no strategy, no targeting, and no plan to acquire leads at scale. That's not a business, that's hope-based selling, and hope is not a strategy. Now let's talk about the wrong way to pick a market. Let's say you decide to sell to newspaper companies. Sounds good, right? They process payments, they need merchant services. But here's the problem. Newspapers are losing market share like crazy to digital media. They're consolidating and there's fewer and fewer businesses to sell to every year. Translation, you're setting yourself up for failure. Instead, look for an industry that's growing annually, where business owners have money, they're easy to find, and they feel real pain from high processing fees. A perfect example of this is landscape businesses in Florida. The industry is booming right now. Every year, more people are moving to Florida, more homes are being built, and more landscaping companies are popping up. And these business owners always have cash because they deal with large invoices and recurring payments, so they can afford better processing systems. They also feel pain because competition is high, margins are tight, and any way to save money and streamline business is a big win for them. Most importantly, they're easy to target. These owners are constantly driving around with their business name and phone number plastered on their trucks. They leave signs in people's yards after every single job. And do you see the difference there? This isn't random prospecting. This is strategic targeting. Now, let's take it one step further. Pick a vertical that you're familiar with, or at the very least, you're fascinated by it. Why? Because if you actually understand the problems that those businesses are facing, you'll be able to provide real solutions. And when you know how to speak their language, you become an industry expert, not just another sales agent. I'll give you an example. I had an agent that used to sell to high-end jewelry stores, but there was one issue. He had no clue how jewelry stores work. So when he tried to start talking about merchant services to jewelers, he got eaten alive, and they had so many questions that he didn't have answers to. They brought up compliance issues that he had no idea about, and every single deal fell apart because they all saw him as another salesperson, not an expert that could help them. Now, compare that to another agent I worked with. He had a background in auto repair, and he knew exactly how those businesses worked, how they handled payments, what their biggest expenses were, and how much they were spending on processing fees. So when he started selling merchant services to auto shops, he dominated. Because he wasn't just some random guy pitching a payment system. He was somebody who understood the business inside and out, and that is the key. Pick one industry that's growing, has money, and feels pain. Make sure the business owners are easy to reach, because if you can't find them, you can't sell them. Choose a niche you either understand or you're willing to master. When you know the industry inside and out, business owners will trust you, and trust leads to sales. Once you craft one irresistible offer that solves a real problem in that industry, you will stop competing on price, you'll start solving real problems, and you'll get these business owners through big business challenge. Do this and you won't just sell more business accounts, you'll build a highly profitable business. This business is not about selling to everyone. It's about becoming a go-to expert in one space and absolutely owning it. Now go to the next lesson. Let's dive in to how you can start applying this today.